Good morning all. So from today we are going to start essay module in which me, Anubhav Saran sir, Uday Simha sir and Vishnuvardhan Reddy sir, we 4 people will be taking complete essay module, and I will be taking exclusively philosophical essays. So I will be taking philosophical essays. Anubhav Saran sir will be taking international relations and polity current affairs related essays, historical related essays by Uday Simha sir, and economy related essays and social issues related essays by Vishnuvardhan Reddy sir. Okay. So first you need to understand, probably the most neglected friend you have in UPSC is essay paper. This is damn sure. We think that we studied general studies. We think that we have proper knowledge on general studies. So we neglect essay paper. But you know, when you are good at essay, automatically your answer writing will become easy. When you practice till your prelims examination, if you practice 15 essays, after your prelims examination, if you practice 15 another essays, means by the time of your mains after clearing prelims, if you had written 30 essays, I am 100% sure if you had written 30 essays, then your essay paper has been completed. Take my word. So in that we know that the lion's share is philosophical essays. How to decode philosophical essays, how we have to write philosophical essays, what should be our mindset. You know, philosophical essay is all about mindset. It's a mindset game. How we are playing with our mind in the examination hall, how we are understanding the mind in the examination hall. For example, prelims paper is there. In prelims paper, in the 2 hours, 100 questions, answers will be almost same. In that particular time, A, B, C, D if we evaluated, A and B are same, 90% same, 90% appropriate. Very sure your A and B both are same, but correct answer is only A or B. At the time, what will help you? Your brain, your intuition. A or B, intuition will help you. Then how you will form the intuition? By your presence of mind. Philosophical essay is also all about mind game. Philosophical essay is also all about presence of mind. So how we can do that? This particular session will help you. And so please don't neglect essay. Essay is most important. 2 essays you need to write. When I was writing, it was only for 200 marks. Now it is for 250 marks. When I was writing, it was only 1 essay. Now you are having 2 essays. So if 1 essay damages also, another essay will help you. If 1 essay damages, another essay will help you. But if it is only 1 essay, it's a disaster. So that is a good thing with respect to the reforms. So if I talk from, just I will give today, in today's session, what I am going to discuss. In today's session, I am going to discuss three things. 2025 essay question paper, a brief overview of 2025 question paper, how the questions were being asked, so that you can predict, or I can predict 2026 question paper, and 5 philosophical new essays, 5 philosophical new topics I will be discussing. Then I will be going with the themes. What are all the themes you have to focus? I made themes, 50 themes I made. I will show you now. So first we will understand this is UPSC question paper of 2025. What is the 2025 question paper we will discuss. Then just an overview. Then I will discuss with my topics, which is called as philosophical essays. I will discuss 5 topics. Names are like science gathers knowledge faster than society gathers wisdom. Science gather knowledge faster than society gathers wisdom. We will have a discussion on the same. Then we will have the art of being wise. The art of being wise is the art of knowing what to overlook. The art of being wise is the art of knowing what to overlook. For example, one person has been criticized me, but 90 people are liking me or praising me. Whether I have to worry about this person or I have to work for these 90 people. Whether I have to work for these 90 people or whether I have to search and whether I have to run behind him. Why you are criticizing me? What mistake I did? Why you are like that? Why all things are happening to me? If I did any mistake, please sorry me, please don't criticize me. Whether I should do this or whether I should run with 90 people. The art of being wise is the art of knowing what to overlook in every aspect. This is the thing which was been asked. That is, the art of being wise is the art of knowing what to overlook, which was been told by William Jones. Third, he who has a why to live can bear almost any how. This type of statements they are asking. He who has a why to live for can bear almost anyhow. Frederick. Fourth essay, fourth philosophical statement. The worst form of inequality is to try to make unequal things equal. We cannot make all unequal things equal. There should be some discrimination. There should be some distinction. This is the statement which was been given by Aristotle. This we will discuss. Then we will discuss about culture is what we are, civilization is what we have. A PYQ. One PYQ also I will discuss. This is 2022 question. Culture is what we are, civilization is what we have. This 5 philosophical essay we will be doing brainstorming now. Then after this, I made some themes. How to prepare. You analyze last 10 years of essay question paper. Every essay is having a theme. Every essay is having a theme. How? Truth knows no color. Truth knows no color. Means question is about what? Truth or honesty. The theme is what? Truth or honesty. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting, which is called as what? Common sense. All the times we cannot go on war. Sometimes without going war also we can win the war. Thought finds a world and create one also. Thoughts. Thinking. Best lessons are learned through bitter experiences. What is the theme? Experience. Muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. Now I told the wise people will overlook. The same essay, the wise people will overlook. The muddy water is best cleared by leaving it. Means what? Wisdom. Is what? Wisdom. The years teach much which the days never know. Same thing. Experience. Isn't it? So UPSC is nothing. Repeated questions. We are better than them. See. Best lessons are learned through bitter experiences. The years teach much which the days never know. So the question is about what? Experience. It is best to see life as a journey, not as a destination, process. We have to give importance to what? Process. The question is about process. Containment is natural wealth, luxury is artificial poverty. Containment, satisfaction. This is 2025. If you notice 2024, if you notice 2023, if you observe very keenly, they are taking only one theme and they are asking the question. If you understand that theme, you can write a very beautiful philosophical essay. Now you see, from this, as of today, I made 10 themes. This is all fresh content. It took nearly 6 hours for me. See, happiness. Happiness depends upon ourselves. There is no path to happiness. Happiness is the path. There is no path to happiness. Means happiness is not end. Happiness is what? Means. There is no path to happiness. Happiness itself is the path. Means if there is a theme, happiness, these are all the quotations which are expected. Answer is same for these 5 quotations. Answer will be the same for these 5 quotations. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own action. Same. Happiness is not an end. The secret of happiness is freedom, and the secret of freedom is courage. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. As Mahatma Gandhi told, your action, your words, all are in harmony, all are in synchronization, then you are perfect. Happiness is also the same. So, there are some themes for philosophical essays. If you do these themes with some quotations, with a few quotations, then your theme will be completed. For example, happiness, victory, for example, satisfaction, contentment. 2025 question, containment. Containment is natural wealth, luxury is artificial poverty. He who knows what enough is enough will always have enough. Satisfaction and containment. Woman, cradle, every year there will be question on woman. 2025 it was missed, but 2024 there was question on woman. Equality and liberal values. Sorrow and grief. Motivation and inspiration. Success. What is success to you? Success is a process. Success is a process. Success is a journey. Success is not an end. Character is more important than anything. Ethics. Compulsory there will be one theme on character. Consistency and firmness. So in order to be motivated, in order to get success, what is important? Consistency. Means what I understood from 2000 question, 2020 question paper, 2021, 2023, 2024, 2025, for analyzing hours together, there are some themes which are being asked in philosophical essays. So here our skill means your brain should be sharpened such that that statement you need to decode, and you have to come to a conclusion that what is the theme all about. That is your brain in the examination hall. Then how to sharpen my skill and know what is the theme, sir? Practice. How to sharpen my skill to know the theme? What type of practice, sir? I should write essays? No. Read multiple quotations. For happiness, I gave 5 quotations. As a teacher, my responsibility will be 50%. Outside it will be 20%, here it might be 50%, another 50% you. Oh, sir gave 5 quotations. I will make more 5 quotations. 5 plus 5 quotations, 10 quotations you understood. Then do brainstorming on the same. Answer will be the same. Content will be the same. Write-up will be the same. Only how you are understanding the quotation in the examination hall is your skill. This is philosophical essay. People think that philosophical essay we need to read philosophy. Philosophical essay means thinking beyond, that's it. What is the meaning of philosophy? Philosophy is thinking beyond. Spirituality, more than materialism, that is called as philosophy. Having a thought process is called as a philosophy. When you are reading a quotation, you need to have a thought process, then only you will understand the theme. So having a thought is called as philosophy. The word philosophy is nothing but thinking. The word philosophy is having a deeper insight, having a deeper understanding. How? I will prove with 5 examples today. How to develop? I will prove with 5 examples or 5 essay quotations and 5 essays. Again, I am telling you, try to come onto my shoes. Don't try to by heart. Don't try to remember ever. Try to understand how I articulated the philosophical essays. How I articulated the philosophical essays. Why? Because the philosophical essay is all about articulation. Sir, what is English meaning of articulation? Articulation means how you are comprehending complete subject and producing. How you are understanding the complete subject and you are putting on the paper is called as articulation. అంటే ఏమేమి చదివాము అంతా అన్ని సబ్జెక్టుల నుండి, సోషాలజీ, ఆంథ్రపాలజీ, PSIR, history, economy, polity, geography, whatever we studied, all are inputs. All are inputs. These all inputs should put on the paper. That is called as articulation. I had made one structure, a framework for philosophical essays. I think it is the best framework. If it is useful for you, you also follow the same. Okay? First essay, we will go into the philosophical essays topics. Understand, write down. Make a running notes. Be fast. You should also have a thought. Your brain should be super active for another 1 hour 40 minutes. Okay? First, the saddest aspect of life right now is science gathers knowledge faster than society gathers wisdom. So the keywords are science, knowledge, society, wisdom. These are the keywords. And the directions are: science is pushing for knowledge, society is pushing for wisdom. Knowledge will develop by reading. Knowledge will develop here. Knowledge will develop by reading. Knowledge we can get by understanding. Gathering knowledge is easy. Applying knowledge is tough. We know everything, but on that particular point of time, how we are applying is tough. And that application should come from society. So, science will give us only knowledge, and society should have the wisdom to apply the knowledge. Means how we can make atom bomb. A anecdote. Knowledge made me to manufacture an atom bomb, and I understood fusion or fission to have a huge disaster by manufacturing atom bomb. But society is today also thinking when to use atom bomb, when not to use atom bomb. So it is not the manufacturing of atom bomb is greatest thing, when to use atom bomb is the greatest thing. So science gives us the power to split the atom and to make an atom bomb, but society is still struggling 80 years with the fear of nuclear war. We are thinking, why we made atom bomb? Why USA bombarded Iran thinking that there is a nuclear reactor, there are nuclear bombs are being manufactured? Why we have a nuclear proliferation treaty? Why we have CTBT treaty? We are making all these treaties. Why? Because people might misuse the making of atom bomb or nuclear bomb. So today also the society is struggling. Unnecessarily we manufactured atom bomb. Today how we have to control it, we are struggling a lot. So the knowledge of making atom bomb is not at all useful when we don't have the wisdom. So first paragraph we will write this anecdote. Then artificial intelligence also evolved. But we didn't understood or we didn't gather the wisdom of how to stop job cuts. We didn't got the knowledge, we didn't got the wisdom how to stop job cuts because of artificial intelligence. People are losing jobs because of knowledge called as artificial intelligence. We created artificial intelligence to make the life easy, but unknowingly what is happening because of artificial intelligence, our lives are becoming more miserable because we are having job cuts. So two things I mentioned in the very beginning itself, means I showed to the evaluator that I understood the insight of the question. I showed to the evaluator that I understood the question with an example, with an anecdote. Anecdote of artificial intelligence, anecdote of atom bomb. Then evaluator understood. This person understood the question. Then knowledge is all about what and how. What is atom bomb? how to make atom bomb. Knowledge is all about what and how. But wisdom is all about why atom bomb. So in the second, after anecdote which I proved it, in second paragraph I am going and telling that knowledge only bothers about what and how, but whereas wisdom bothers about why of it. Without knowing why, see, you want to become a civil servant. Without knowing why you are preparing for civil services, if you're sitting in class also, what civil services, how civil services, Vishnu, what is most important? Why civil services? So the knowledge is all about what and how, whereas wisdom is all about why. So in the second paragraph you mentioned, so what and how is all about knowledge and why is all about wisdom. From this we understood that, you will write a conclusion for the second paragraph. From this we understood that why is most important than what and how. Hence why is called as wisdom and what and how is called as knowledge. And remember, in your essay, multiple times your keywords in your essay should be repeated in your answer. What is the keywords? Science, knowledge, society, wisdom. పలుసార్లు మనం ఆ క్వశ్చన్లో ఉన్నటువంటి పదాలు మన ఆన్సర్లో రిపీట్ అవుతే ఏమవుతుందంటే హీఈస్ నాట్ డీవియేటింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ ద టాపిక్ మెయిన్లీ ఫర్ విచ్ సబ్జెక్ట్? ఎస్సీ. Scientific progress without proper steering. Scientific progress without proper steering leads to disaster. Oppenheimer manufactured the bomb and he had repented, cried a lot. Why? Because my bomb can be misused. Scientific progress without the steering wheel of social wisdom leads to disaster. So I made So I am telling to the evaluator that I understood the crux of the question. So scientific progress without proper steering, without societal steering will lead to disaster. For example, Hiroshima, Nagasaki. So it is not the knowledge which is the priority, it is the wisdom which is the priority. First we took the examples, then actually what is knowledge I told you, what is wisdom I told you, and I both combined. Scientific progress without a steering vehicle, without the steering wheel is leading to disaster. Now, in how many dimensions I can prove it? Now, in how many dimensions I can prove that yes, knowledge is important but not wisdom? In how many dimensions I can prove that knowledge is not important but wisdom? Wisdom is more important than knowledge. Dimensions. Body, first dimension. Various dimensions I am going to take. First, environmental angle. What is environmental angle? Various angles. I am proving it. Various dimensions. First, environmental dimensions. I got the knowledge of production of electricity by using coal. I got the knowledge of producing plastic for making my life easy and comfort. But wisdom. The fossil fuels are responsible for climate change. The plastic is responsible for plastic pollution. Irrational exploitation of environment is responsible for rise of temperature in the climate. So in environmental angle, what is knowledge, what is wisdom? Today we are suffering with what? Climate change. So today we are suffering with climate change. Why? Because the knowledge which we gathered did not used according to the wisdom. If we had used according to the knowledge, today we would not suffer with climate change. So first angle is what? ఎన్విరాన్మెంటల్ యాంగిల్. సో ఎన్విరాన్మెంటల్ యాంగిల్ ద్వారా నేను ఏమని ప్రూవ్ చేస్తున్నానంటే నాలెడ్జ్ వచ్చింది, కానీ అది విజ్డమ్ ప్రకారంగా వాడకపోవడం వల్ల ఏమవుతుందనంటే అది క్లైమేట్ చేంజ్కి మార్గమైంది. అదే మనం ఆ నాలెడ్జ్ని కనుక మనం విజ్డమ్ని కూడా యాడ్ చేస్తుంటే ఈరోజు క్లైమేట్ చేంజ్ అనే ప్రాబ్లం మనం సఫర్ అయ్యే వాళ్ళం కాదు. హెన్స్ టుడే వీఆర్ మాస్టరింగ్ అండ్ గోయింగ్ టువర్డ్స్ రెన్యూవబుల్ ఎనర్జీ రాదర్ దాన్ non-renewable energy sources. దానికి సొల్యూషన్ కూడా. The wisdom lies in moving towards renewable energy rather than fossil fuel energy. So this is all how to remember, sir. Don't remember all this. So first understand universal knowledge. You should get universal understanding. Quotation. Understand the quotation. For this essay, I came up with an anecdote. I made an anecdote. 2 anecdotes I gave. One anecdote is of atom bomb, other is of artificial intelligence. Then I gave that the knowledge, the progress of knowledge without steering is a disaster. Then I need to prove in various dimensions. First dimension is what? Environmental dimension. Bioethical dimension. I got the knowledge. Genetic editing. I got the knowledge of genetic editing. But with the genetic editing, I got the knowledge of cloning sheeps. But at the same time, I got the knowledge of cloning man also. But it leads to controlling the nature. We are not running according to the nature. We are going against to the nature. So wisdom will lies when we apply the bioethical knowledge according to the principles of nature. So second dimension is what? Bioethical dimension. First dimension is environmental dimension. Second dimension is bioethical dimension. Third dimension, digital and social angle. Internet and social media. We developed internet and social media so that we can have a pass information very quickly. What is the wisdom? Deep fakes, social media trolling, cyberbullying, desire for likes and dislikes. These all are what? Wisdom. Hence, the biggest problem is what today? Deep fakes. Why? Because the knowledge is not according to the societal wisdom. So in digital era also, it is not the knowledge which is important. What is important? Wisdom is important. A digital era example. Digital era dimension we took. Fourth, military angle. We manufacture autonomous weapons. We manufacture drones. Wisdom. It is easier to kill the distance. We know how to kill, but we don't know how to protect. Hence, the Cold War arms race is happening. People are manufacturing weapons, weapons business is increasing. Hence, the wisdom is lacking. Fourth dimension is what? Military dimension. Fifth dimension, or I gave fourth dimensions. You tell me now. So, I took the dimension of first one, environmental. Second, bioethical. Third one, digital. Fourth one, military. Tell me fifth one. Economy, for example. Economy. We gave importance for monetization. Wisdom. The people are hungry in manufacturing, in producing money rather than giving money, because of which the gaps between the haves and have-nots are increasing, which is resulting in Naxalism, which is resulting in social unrest. So economy dimension is also one factor which is responsible for social unrest. Fifth dimension, economical dimension. Sixth dimension, political dimension. We got the knowledge of democracy. Democracy as a tool to give power to the people. But in order to get the power through political process, to get the power through democracy, the people are buying and selling votes. Caste-based politics is happening. Hence, the original democracy is not shaped in 21st century also, because of lack of wisdom, only because of knowledge. That means I should win, whatever may be the means. Fifth dimension is economical dimension. Sixth dimension is political dimension. Then counter. We have to give the counter. What is the counter? The counter. Sometimes wisdom does step in to stop science from going too far. The global ban on chemical weapons or the Montreal Protocol to save the ozone layer. Sometimes we apply wisdom also. It's not that always the knowledge will come forward. We apply wisdom also. For example, Montreal Protocol. For example, ban on chemical weapons manufacturing. We are having doctrines like START doctrine between USA and Russia. START doctrine. What is the START doctrine? They should not buy more number of weapons. In the Cold War era, they have to stop manufacturing weapons. We are also having CTBT. We are also having NPT, so that we can control what? Nuclear weapons. So it is, I'm criticizing what I told. It is not always we are not using wisdom, we are also using wisdom. That is the reason we are having Montreal Protocol. We are having Vienna Convention. We are having CBD, Convention on Biological Diversity. We are having chemical weapons manufacturing ban. We are having START doctrine. We are having CTBT and NPT doctrines. We are having no first use. NFU. We are not having no first use. If you use, then only I will use. We are having what? It's a wisdom. So up to now I told we didn't use wisdom, we used only knowledge. No man, we are using wisdom also. So counter. This shows that when humanity is threatened, we can gather wisdom to control our knowledge. Science is the engine, but wisdom is the direction. An engine without a direction is dangerous. Hence, education should be there. Proper regulation should be there. We are drowning information while starving for wisdom. We must ensure our humanity grows as fast as our technology. How our science of knowledge is growing, similarly, the societal wisdom also grow. Why? Because it is not the technology which is important, it is the humanity which is important. How much fast the technology is growing, that much fast the societal wisdom should grow. Evaluator will give marks. Sometimes we think that. కొన్ని సందర్భాలలో మనం ఏమనుకుంటామంటే కంపల్సరీ వీ హ్యావ్ టు పుట్ ఆత్మనిర్భర్ భారత్, కంపల్సరీ వీ హ్యావ్ టు పుట్ దట్ వీఆర్ ఇన్ అమృత్ కాల్. నాట్ ఆల్వేస్ రెగ్యులర్, ఇట్స్ నాట్ ఆల్వేస్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఇట్ ఇస్ ద కంటెంట్ విచ్ గివ్స్ యూ ద మార్క్స్. If you fix in our mind, no, compulsory, I know some people will tell this formula that I have to bring sustainable development goals, I have to bring Amrit Kal, I have to bring Atmanirbhar Bharat, I have to bring this. No, it's not always. The natural thought process will get more marks. Got it? So what we understood today, knowledge versus wisdom. First I told knowledge dominated wisdom. Other dimension also told no, wisdom is also dominating knowledge. Finally it is a wisdom which is most important. In 6 dimensions we understood. First dimension is environmental dimension, bioethical dimension, digital dimension, military dimension, economical dimension and political dimension. Got it online? Second, the art of being wise is the art of knowing what to overlook. This is not about wisdom, this is about what we have to take seriously, what we should not take seriously. For example, you are a district collector, you are going on your vehicle with a red beacon. Unknowingly, one beggar dead body is there on the footpath. Then what you will do? So person who doesn't have an emotional intelligence, who is emotional fool, he will come out of the car, take the dead body and go to the hospital. A district collector duty is not that. It is a humanity. But however, in that time he can do lot more things. What he can do? He can call the municipal body people. Come fast, within minutes, and call the superior. Why no one was looking at it? Give a suspension order. Third, call the deputy commissioner. What is happening in your zone? So you can alert the municipality for in his timeline. Means till that time he is in that particular area as a district collector or a commissioner, people can fear for that. Lot of things he can make. Means what we have to take care, what we should not take care, what we have to look, what we should not look, what we have to overlook or what we should not overlook is the question all about. Aristotle, not William James. Start with modern problem, information overload. So nowadays what is the problem? Information overload. More information, more overload. We are getting confused. So which information we have to take, which information we should neglect? That is also one of the dimension. We are bombarded with thousands of notification, news and opinions every day. If we pay attention to everything we achieve, a sculpture creates a statue not by adding clay but by removing unwanted. A sculpture make a statue by not adding clay but by removing unwanted. So, if we want to grow, we have to remove unwanted, which is called as we have to overlook. Two things I told you. So, there is information overload. I took the example of sculpture, and in that way I am explaining to the evaluator that everything is not important, only few things are important. And the importance should be given to those things which are important. Then, knowing. Wisdom is all about what? Wise man is knowing what to look, what not to look. So there is a need for what? There is a need for what? Selective attention. In a classroom, 50 students are there. 5 students are not, as I told you in the beginning example also. Selective attention. 5 students are not serious. 40 students are serious. I should not bother about the 5 students who are not serious. I should bother about 40 students who are serious. Selective attention. This can be in your ethics case study also. In your office, district collector 10, your office will be nearly 50, 100 will be there. You are having an office, in your district collector office, 100 employees are there. You are the boss of 100 employees. 80 employees are working motivated, 20 employees are not motivated, 20 employees are from some officers association or employees association, they are not working at all. You should not bother about 20. You have to make the work done with the remaining 80. So there is a need for what? Selective attention. Success and happiness depends not on how much we can handle, but on how much we can intelligently ignore to focus on what truly matters. It can be the success, it can be happiness. It is not about bothering about each and everything. The success and happiness depends upon how you are ignoring which are unimportant to you. So see, from information point of view I told, art form point of view I told, selective attention point of view I told, and in order to get success and in order to get happiness, what we need to bother and what we need not bother also we discuss. This is only introduction. First 2 pages I gave to the evaluator that the quotient demand is this. Quotient demand is this. Now we will go for dimensions. Now we will go for dimensions to prove that what we have to look, what we have to overlook. What we have to look and what we have to overlook. Now you see, when I started this, the art of being wise is the art of knowing what to overlook. In the beginning, in this classroom, 70% students might be, what is this? After 3 minutes of my explanation, oh, this is what. So similarly in your examination also, while writing an essay, 10 minutes you should go for brainstorming with the knowledge which you gather. Immediately you should not write your essay. You should sit for 10 minutes and you have to brainstorm what is all about, how I should make, what should be the framework. Then dimensions. First dimension, personal and psychological angle. Look, overlook, personal and psychological angle. For my mental peace, I should gather the knowledge of selective attention. What I have to bother, what I should not bother. Then only I can get what? Mental peace. So personal angle. Nelson Mandela, when he came out of jail after 27 years, 27 years of his young age he was in jail, prison. When he came out, any human being will come with lot of grudge. When he came out of the jail, he came out of the prison, the first thing what he told is, where the freedom movement agitation is happening, I want to join. He didn't have any grudge for British. His motto was only freedom. He didn't have any, he understood that by keeping grudge, nothing I am going to get. My target is freedom. Because of which what he got? Mental peace. Because of which what he got? Freedom he got. Because of which he is called as what? Freedom fighter or father of South Africa. Second angle, social and relationship angle. He is not talking to me or he is not seeing my face also. He didn't reply. He called everyone for function, but he didn't call me for function. If we look into it, if we neglect it, if we ignore it, And if we move forward, the relationship will be saved. The grudge will be reduced. The revenge-taking attitude will be removed. So in social and relationship angle also, what we have to look, what we have to overlook. Third angle, administrative and leadership angle. As I told you, district collector office, how many people are working? I will work with those people only. Then you will get a question, sir, then the people who are working also will be demotivated by looking at the people who are not working. No. When the time comes, he will do. This is administrative and leadership angle. Administrative and leadership angle. Similarly, digital and information angle. So many, after working so many hours or keeping lot of efforts, a person randomly from Telegram, classes are waste. It's all hype, he will tell. Nothing is there. So noise will be there in digital. So what we have to look, what we have to overlook in digital and information. A student preparing for an UPSC examination, student perspective. So much content is there, so much PDFs are there, so much information is there. What you have to look, what you have to overlook. First angle is what? Personal angle. Second angle is what? Social relations angle. Third angle is what? Administrative and leadership. Fourth angle is what? Digital and information angle. You tell me, 4 angles I told. Fifth angle, fifth dimension. What we have to look, what we have to overlook. How? Very good. Political angle. There are political reforms which are being needed. Few times the political reforms will be questioned. But we should understand how the political reforms are going to improve the democracy. For example, SIR reform. The SIR reform is more useful because it is going to remove the ghost voters. So in that way, we can overlook the criticism, we can go forward with the positive of the reform. Political dimension. Sixth dimension. Think more, little bit. Culture dimension. What is useful for us? What is good for our culture? For example, it can be the number of divorces are increasing, the choice is increasing, because of which the social institution called as marriage and family is getting impacted. So what we have to look, what we have to overlook, so that we can protect our family institution. Why? Because family is the basic unit of society. So 6 dimensions we got. You can read more dimensions also. Culture dimension, international dimension, lot of rumors might come. Like for example, Pakistan is trying to bombard India. So Indian military should not go on war with them. It should filter it, whether the information is genuine or not. So which information we will have a lot of hawks calls. Shamshabad International Airport was being kept bomb and they will get a call. For our institute also we can get a call sometimes. So what information we didn't got up to know? Hawks call. Means what we have to look, what we have to overlook. Counter view. Here comes wisdom. Ignoring a rude comment, but ignoring corruption charges or climate warning. What we have to ignore, what we should not ignore. Ignoring all is also not good, like corruption charges, like climate warning. So wisdom lies in ignoring what, neglecting what, and ignoring what not, neglecting what not. Hence, overlook distractions but never overlook dangers or duties. Life is like a camera. When we are focusing, the person should be focused, not the surrounding. The surrounding should be blurred. So hence in the process of journey of life also, the target should be there. We should overlook all other activities which are demotivating us. Take the example of camera and you can conclude. Life is like a camera. You must focus on subject and let the background blur out. If everything is in focus, the picture is chaotic. Hence there should be what? A mental filter. We need to develop a mental filter for mental fees. This we can get only by overlooking. In this way, The second philosophical essay. What is the statement all about? What is the statement? Yes. Third, you tell me what is the meaning of the essay. He who has a why, he who has a why to live can bear almost any how. How means suffering. Why means purpose. Now you see, he who has a purpose can bear almost any suffering. Done. He who has a purpose can bear any sufferings. We can leave my dimension. Now you can write from your dimension. Gautama Buddha has a purpose to know the meaning of life. He noticed the sufferings and he understood that the wisdom lies in understanding the suffering or hijacking the suffering. So suffering was nothing before him. Why? Because he had the greatest purpose, which is called as understanding the meaning of life. First. Second, Mahatma Gandhi was been arrested in South Africa, was been arrested in Champaran Satyagraha. He was arrested multiple times, but he never demotivated. Why? Because he is having a purpose of freedom movement. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, when he was advocating in the court on behalf of freedom fighters, he got a letter saying that his wife was death. But he didn't stop his arguments. He continued for another 2 hours. Then the freedom fighters was been released. Then he immediately ran to the funeral of his wife. He understood the purpose. He gained the suffering and he got the purpose. The purpose was freedom movement. So, if we want to get the success, sufferings are common. So, we have to gain the sufferings. Then only we will get the success. Success, pain. One theme I told you, success or not. So, the success theme is covered here. Friedrich. Then how? If I write, how I will write? Purpose with survival. A mountain climber. Sometimes anecdote, sometimes imaginative example also. See, I will not tell you write go with anecdote. I will not tell go with one imaginative story. That is your brain should decide. For example, here I will write with a creative example. The creative example is a mount climber. When he is climbing the mountain, he will come across cold wind, he will come across lack of oxygen, he will come across physical pain, which all are unbearable, but still he had only one vision of climbing the mountain. If we think about the pain, if we think about the suffering, then no one can climb the mountain peak. With that story I will start. Then decode. First, through the example I prove to my evaluator, then the next paragraph I am explaining. So, why is nothing but purpose, how is nothing but suffering. Human beings are not destroyed by suffering, they are destroyed by suffering without meaning. If the goal is strong enough, the pain becomes manageable. If the goal is very big, then the pain becomes manageable. So, again in the first 2 pages of your essay, with an imaginative essay, with an imaginative example, with the question decoding, I explained the meaning of the quotation. Then into the dimensions. Before going into the dimensions, historical freedom movement. I told you, we can write the example of Nelson Mandela. You can write the example of Gandhi. You can write the example of today. What is today? Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's? Today Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's birth anniversary. So, freedom movement, Bhagat Singh, personal and physical angle also. Stephen Hawking. If he thought that I am suffering with paralysis, how I can move on? If he had thought it, then he could not become the greatest intelligent of the all times. Personal, physical, social, altruistic angle. Mother Teresa, if she had thought that how I can go and touch a person who is suffering with leprosy, how I can go into the slums, if I go into the slums I might get the disease. If she had thought all these things, then she would not reach her purpose. Student aspiration, a UPSC aspirant, first doubt is whether I will clear or not. If you come into it, then you will know whether you will clear it or not. That too after giving 1 or 2 attempts. Without that we cannot. So there will be suffering. There will be pain. But with that suffering, with that pain, there will be learning. Learning itself is success. According to me, success is not achievement. Learning is achievement. Student angle. You tell me, 4 angles I told. 5th angle. First angle is what? Historical angle. Second angle is what? Second angle is what? Personal angle. Third angle is what? Third angle. Fourth angle is what? Student angle. Tell me more 2 angles.
Any kind of reforms, political, economic.
Yes, any kind of reforms. It can be political, economic. There will be some agitation. There will be some criticism. But once we achieve the purpose, the sufferings will be none. For example, Citizenship Amendment Act, lot of criticism, lot of agitation happened. But today, the people who are suffering, the people who are minorities in Afghanistan, Pakistan and Bangladesh, now they are getting citizenship in India. So there is a hope for the minorities who are living in those countries. That is a very good reform. Next, 6th.
National interest point of view.
National interest point of view. For example?
Through the military equipment who are buying the individual nation.
Yes, true. Leadership, how? Sports, there is a huge sufferings is there. For example, Usain Bolt, he ate from very poor background. Anyhow, we know that he is from very poor background. No coach was there, nothing was there. He had a ankle was broken also, but still he struggled. Hence he got the success. We have the example of Ali. Which Ali? Muhammad Ali. We have the example of Muhammad Ali also. Then counter. A strong why can be dangerous. All the times the why is not good. For example, terrorists. All the times the why is not good. It can be terrorists also. If they are having strong why, it is not good. So we cannot tell that all the times the why is good. Sometimes the why is also. Having purpose gives you strength, but it's wisdom that ensures the purpose is good. Conclusion, who succeed is not the amount of pain, but the clarity of their purpose. Today we see high rates of depression and suicides often in wealthy society. People have an easy how, but they have lost their why. Find your star, and the darkness of the night will not scare you. Find your star, and the darkness of the night will not stop you. That means pain will be there, suffering will be there. When the pain is there, when the suffering is there, then only you are going to get the success. So why is important, but not the what and how. Now what will happen, when we understand the philosophical essays way of writing, other social essays, international relations essays will become tough. Why, For that you need to have content. For this you need not have any content. With your knowledge, what you read from your childhood can be an example. చెప్పండి, ఇక్కడ ఎవరు సఫరింగ్ లేకుండా సక్సెస్ వస్తుందని ఎవరు నమ్ముతారు? ఎవరు నమ్మరు. సఫరింగ్తోనే సక్సెస్ వస్తుంది అందరూ నమ్ముతారు. కొన్ని స్టోరీలు చెప్పమని మీరు చెప్పారా కొన్ని స్టోరీస్? మీరు ఒక స్టోరీ, ఆ స్టోరీసే ఆన్సర్స్ అవుతాయి. కొన్ని మనం వదిలేయాలి అనుకున్నాం, అన్నీ పట్టించుకోకూడదు కొన్ని మీకు తెలియదా? అది మీకు తెలిసిందే. అన్నీ పట్టించుకోవద్దు, కొన్ని వదిలేయాలి, అది మీకు తెలిసిందే. ఆ మూమెంట్లో మనకు అది అర్థం అవ్వడం ఇంపార్టెంట్ అనమాట. ఫస్ట్ ఎస్సే ఏంటి? నాలెడ్జ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాదు, విజ్డమ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. మీకు తెలిసిందే కదా, ఎంత చదువుకున్నామో అది అప్లై చేస్తేనే నేను చెప్పాలి అది మీకు. ద క్వశ్చన్ ఈజ్ ఆల్ అబౌట్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్, విజ్డమ్ ఈజ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. సో హౌ దిస్ triggers in the examination hall matters. For that, till prelims examination, do 15 philosophical essays practice. After clearing prelims examination, do 15 philosophical essays practice. By the means of essay, if you did 30 philosophical essays practice, you are great. You will write a very good essay. Out of 250 marks, you will get 125 marks. 125 marks means huge marks. Fourth one. The worst form of inequality is to try to make unequal things. For example, if I give a same question paper to everyone and I give same cutoff to everyone, then I think that I'm treating everyone equally. No. Treating everyone equally is not important. Treating everyone with equal opportunities is important. How, sir? He came from tribal village. She is a daughter of IAS officer. Both got the same question paper. Both cutoff is same. Obviously, he cannot cross the cutoff. So, all the times equal treatment is not good. All the times equal treatment is not good. That is the question all about. Worst form of inequality is to try to make unequal things. Reservations. Yes or no? Reservations. Maternity Leave Benefit Act. Maternity Leave Benefit Act. If woman become pregnant, she will be getting 8 weeks of paid leave. She will be getting 8 weeks of paid leave. If the male go to the office boss and tell that, sir, my wife is also pregnant and please give me leave, means no. So everyone cannot be treated equally. A bus pass for a student, a normal man, please give me bus pass. For students you are giving free bus pass, you are not giving free, we cannot give. No ticket for women in bus, I will also not buy ticket, means it is not possible. So bus ticket is free only for women. So several features are there. There is a need for discrimination. There is a need for unequal treatment. Treating everyone equal itself is unequal. Treating everyone equal itself is unequal. Then when we have to treat equally, sir, after becoming equal, we have to treat equal, sir. A doctor giving the same medicine for all, headache, kidney failure, for every problem, he is giving the same medicine. We can start with this example. The fairness isn't about uniformity. The fairness is about appropriateness, whether we are treating appropriately or not. See, now if you understand, the fourth essay I reached, same framework I followed. A anecdote or a creative example or a general example, then I explained about the question in my words. Then I went for dimensions. Through dimensions I proved it. Third, then counter. The statement itself is wrong. I criticized. Counter. And finally I concluded what is correct. True development and justice require recognizing our differences and providing support where it is needed most. So, the first part of your answer explains about the understanding of the question. Then the social dimension. Various dimensions. Social dimensions. Reservations and affirmative actions. Various programs you can write. You can write SC/ST Prevention of Atrocities Act, you can write. You can write about reservations, you can write. You can write about extra care for children, you can write. You can write extra care for senior citizens, you can write. You can write extra care for women, you can write. This all comes under what? Affirmative actions. First, social dimension. Second, economical dimension. Taxation. Rich people 5,000 tax, poor people 5,000 tax. The taxation should be progressive. With the income there should be taxation. The taxation should not be uniform. The taxation should be appropriate. Economical dimension. Yes or no? Third dimension. Gender dimension. Maternity leave. Because of her biology, she need to have maternity leave. Fourth, educational dimension. One size fits all approach should not be there. One size fits all approach should not be there. A student who is interested in sports should be given sports training. He should not be given importance in maths. A student who is interested in maths should be given importance in maths but not in science. So according to their wish, according to their way of living, according to their social, political, economical background, the care should be there. Everyone should not be treated equally. Social dimension, economical dimension, gender dimension, educational dimension and international dimension. What international dimensions are? All the countries now you stop using fossil fuels. All the countries now you stop using fossil fuels. No. They are already developed, man. Already they have very good renewable energy. We are in the process of developing. After we becoming developed, you give me the target of not using fossil fuels. How you can tell that you should not use fossil fuels on par with developed countries? They are already developed. There is common but differentiated responsibility. There is common but differentiated responsibility. Yes, we all have common agenda of protecting our climate, but the responsibilities are different. Why? Because my state is different, your state is different. My level is different and your level is different. International dimension. Give another two dimensions.
Quality fundamental rights are for general citizens is different and the military.
Very good. Fundamental rights also. Fundamental rights cannot be applied to all the citizens who are locals and who are non-locals. Next.
Administrative POV.
Administrative?
Point of view, like not everybody can be treated the same. Not everybody can be incentivized in the same way.
According to their performances, we need to incentivize them. According to their performance, we need to give the postings or transfers. It should be a motivation. It should not be one rule. It should not be one size fits all. That is a negative thing which is there in our bureaucracy. According to the service, they will be getting the promotions. Next. Any more dimension?
Recently, Australia banned.
Recently,
Australia banned social media for children.
Yes. That is also a good thing. That is why? Because they are more vulnerable for the negatives of social media. Counter, see. We cannot use difference as an excuse to discriminate. There is a rule of law, human rights. Rule of law is same for everyone. Human rights is same for everyone. Rule of law is same for everyone. A woman murdered a male. Hey, she is woman, leave her, we cannot tell. Rule of law is same for everyone. Human rights is same for everyone. See, means what? For any philosophical essay, after writing the dimensions, you need to have a counter statements also. Counter statements of one page with examples. One example which I told. Another example, a Delhi rape case. When the 17 years boy was involved in the rape and death of Nirbhaya, but we concluded him as juvenile, but because of his crime, we need to treat him like an adult. Hence, we got a Juvenile Justice Act of 2015, which told that whose age is between 16 to 18 years, there will be a Juvenile Justice Board that will determine whether that juvenile whose age is 16 to 18 is acting according to adult or acting according to a child. Conclusion. Sameness is not fairness. Treating unequals as equals deepens the gaps between them. We must move from equality of outcome to equality of opportunity. Antyodaya, true justice is achieved only when the weakest are given the support they need to stand equal with the strongest. So, Antyodaya principle, Antyodaya philosophy should be the conclusion. Antyodaya tells that there is a need to give separate support for the poorest of the poor. Once the poorest of the poor becomes strong, then they should be compared with the strongest. Till then, they should not be compared with the strongest. That particular philosophy is called as Antyodaya philosophy. Same framework. I am telling you, use the same framework. What will happen? We will not be confused in the examination hall. Em rayali, ela rayali ane confusion undadu. So what is the framework which we got for philosophical essays right now? A anecdote or an imaginative example, and decode the quotation, write in your own words for 2 pages. Then third page, write various dimensions. Half page, one dimensions. Likewise, write 6 dimensions. 3 pages. See, I am right. My calculations are with respect to pages. Your calculation also should be with respect to pages only. So 3 pages, 6 dimensions means 3 pages. Already 2 pages, 2 plus 3, 5 pages completed. With examples you did. Counterproductive, 1 page, 6 page. Explanation, 7th page, 8th page, conclusion. 8 pages of essay is the best essay. One page, how many words you will write? 100 words. Approximately 100 words. 8 pages means how many words? 800 words. UPSC tells us to write from 800 to 1000 words. 800 words, 8 pages essay is a very good essay. Take this for granted. Got it? UPSC tells to write 800 to 1000 words. 5th. Culture is 2022 question is this. PY. Culture is what we are, civilization is what we have. Culture is what we are, civilization is what we have. Culture means what? A way of living. Culture is what? A design. Culture is what? Combination of values, norms, customs, traditions, music, art, language, religion. This all combination is called as what? Culture. Civilization means what? Technology, social distinction, materials are called as civilization. So culture is what? What we are. What we are. Our values are what we are. Our ideals are what we are. Our language is what we are. Our religion is what we are. Our behavior is what we are. These all are called as culture. Civilization, what we have? What we have? Technology we have. What we have? Social distinction we have. What we have? Materials what we have. These are called as civilization. So, the question is very direct. Culture is what we are, civilization is what we are. For that you need to understand what is culture, what are the characteristics of culture, what is civilization, what are the characteristics of civilization. Culture అంటే ఏంటి, civilizations అంటే ఏంటి, అది మనకు అర్థం కావాలన్నమాట. For example, civilization is the house, culture is the home. What is the difference between both of them? Culture is the house, bricks, cement, mortar, electricity wire. This is called as house. We have house, but we don't have home. When we will have home? When we have family members. When the people are staying together in this house based upon some identity, who are following some values, who are having some relations, who are having some affection, then it is called as home. So in the very first paragraph, I clearly explained what is civilization and what is culture. Civilization is house, culture is home. Then decoding. What we have, materials, advancement, technology, infrastructure, what we are, values, beliefs. While civilization measures our convenience and comfort, culture measures our character. So in the very first page, I gave clear understanding with an example, what is civilization, what is culture. Then what I will do? Culture definition. What is culture definition? Culture is a way of living, culture is a design itself, culture is a combination of values, ideals, morals, customs, language, religion. This all combination is called as culture. Culture itself is a design. In normal parlance, culture is rules and regulations for happy existence. Definition you will write. Then characteristics. What are the characteristics of culture? Culture is what? Culture is internal. Culture is internal. Culture is organic. Culture is material and non-material. Culture is material and non-material. More what? Culture is traditions. Culture is traditions, values, norms, ideals. Next what? Culture is language, religion. These are called as etc. These are called as culture. Then civilization. What is civilization? Civilization is what we have. For example, technology. For example, materials. For example, law. For example, infrastructure. This all together is called as civilization. Civilization. Then characteristics of civilization. What are the characteristics of civilization? Materials, exclusive materials. Materials, organic and spiritual. Materials, technology oriented, infrastructure, law, social distinction. These are called as civilization. Next what we will write. Because the question is all about how we are establishing the relationship between culture and civilization. Relationship between culture and civilization. Culture is internal, civilization is external. Culture is covert, civilization is overt. Culture is mostly non-material, civilization is material. Culture is organic, civilization is mechanical. Culture is organic, civilization is mechanical. More. Relationship between culture and civilization. Relationship between culture and civilization. Culture is non-material, main is non-material, whereas civilization is material. Culture is organic, whereas civilization is mechanical. Third, culture is internalized, whereas civilization is externalized. Culture is covert, which is there inside, whereas civilization is overt, which we can see. Culture is spiritualized, civilization is materialized. So second and third paragraph, what is culture, what are the characteristics of culture, what is civilization, what are the characteristics of civilization, what is the relationship between the culture and civilization. Here you will write, culture is a way of life, civilization is all about making the life comfort and convenient. Culture is a way of life and a design, whereas civilization is comfort and convenience. Then the body. Material versus spiritual dimension. What is material dimension? Civilization. Spiritual dimension is what? Culture. We have invented fast cars and aeroplanes to save time, but that time we are using for what purpose? Civilization is helping us to save the time, but culture is telling that time you are using for what? Save time, do we spend with the family or do we waste it? Culture will question that save time of civilization, whether we are using it for family or we are wasting it. That is the material versus spiritual dimension. Historical dimension. Stories, religion, philosophy of those people survived and passed it down to us. Civilization is the body, culture is the soul. Technological dimensions. Nuclear energy. We know the civilization of how to split the atom, but culture will tell us how to use this atom for nuclear energy or for making nuclear bomb. For example, Martin Luther King Jr. told that we have guided missiles and misguided. We have guided missiles with misguided men. Why? Because high civilization, low culture. Fourth dimension, environmental dimension. Consumption oriented, no preservation. Building factories, no traditional values, hence too much of civilization, we destroy the nature. Social dimension, police and traffic lights stop you from speeding. Culture, your own sense of responsibility and care for others stops you from driving recklessly. Hence 5 dimensions. First dimension is what? Material versus spiritual. Second dimension is what? Historical dimension. Third dimension is what? Technological dimension. Fourth dimension is what? Environmental dimension. What civilization is telling, what culture is telling. Social dimension, what civilization is telling, what culture is telling. Sixth dimension, political dimension. What civilization is telling, we have to win the political. We have to win the elections. What culture is telling, we have to win the elections, but by ethical values. Critical view. You cannot separate them completely. Civilization helps culture. Without printing presses or the internet, poetry and philosophy cannot spread. Without ethics, science becomes dangerous. So civilization helps culture, culture guides civilization. Hence both are interdependent. It can be the Garba festival today. It can be the Batkamma festival today. It became popular because of adding technology to it in the form of DJ songs or etc. If the DJ songs are not there, then no one will be interested to play Batkamma or Garba. So civilization is required and culture should required. Hence, both should go. Civilization is a vessel. And the coffee or the tea or the water is culture. Without the coffee, tea or water, the vessel is empty. Hence, the vessel is important as well as water is important. Today we are technological giants, but morally infant. We have more stuff but less peace. The goal of humanity should not just to be have more, but to be, we need to be more, don't be more. True development happens when our civilization supports and uplifts our culture. Hence culture and civilization both should go hand in hand. So how the answer should be there? First, I explained about culture and civilization in the form of house and home. Then what is culture, what is civilization? Culture definition, culture characteristics. Civilization definition, civilization characteristics. Then the relationship between the culture and civilization. Various dimensions. First dimension is material versus spiritual. Second dimension is historical dimension. Third is technological dimension. Fourth is environmental dimension. Fifth is social dimension. 6 extra political dimension. 7 extra economical dimension also. Civilization will tell us to earn more, whatever be the means. Maybe it can be corruption also, but culture will tell that no, you have to earn the money but with a proper means. Hence earning is important as told in Purusharthas Ila. Earning is important, artha is important as told in Purushartha, but without compromising dharma. Dharma means what here? Culture. So artha is important in Purusharthas without compromising dharma. Yes, we need to earn the money, but without compromising dharma. Economical dimension, political dimension. Hence the interrelationship between culture and civilization, and finally conclusion. Now we will take 20-25 question paper. These all themes I will be discussing in the classroom. These all themes. Happiness depends upon ourselves. I know you can write something. I will not discuss this. There is no path to happiness. Happiness itself is the path. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. Dalai Lama. The secret of happiness is freedom. True. And the secret of freedom is courage. When you have courage, you will live for freedom. When you have freedom, you will feel happy. So if you want to have a happy life, you need to be free. If you want to be free, you need to have courage. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, what you do are in harmony. As told Mahatma Gandhi told. What are your actions, what are your words, if all are in synchronization, you will be happy. The content will be the same. What will be the content, tell me? One anecdote or one creative example or imaginative example then the decoding of the question in your words, then various dimensions. After various dimensions, counter dimension to it. After counter dimension to it, summary as well as conclusion. A various dimensions, ఎక్కువ dimensions రాయాలి. We discussed 6 dimensions. You can write 10 dimensions also. What are dimensions? Side headings. More the side headings, more the answer. Lesser the side headings, lesser the side headings. For example, lesser the answer. See, the secret of happiness is freedom, and the secret of freedom is courage. Tell me how many dimensions are there? How many dimensions we can write? Brainstorm for 10 minutes, this one. The secret of happiness is freedom, and the secret of freedom is courage. I told you how many keywords are there here? In your answer, what should repeat? 3 dimensions. 3 words should be repeated. Online, just brainstorm it and give me the framework. ఒకసారి ఆలోచన చేసి ఎలా రాయొచ్చు, జస్ట్ ఆలోచన మాత్రమే. Then I will give my framework. For example, see, Indians and freedom fighters worked for happiness. They understood that the happiness lies in freedom. Hence, there was unprecedented freedom movement. For that freedom movement to put in movement, there was unprecedented courage. With the courage, our freedom fighters brought freedom. With the freedom, we got happiness. Today, we are living in happiness only because of freedom. And that freedom is because of freedom fighters' courage. First paragraph. Then your understanding of this statement in your words. Right? Alochana cheyanడి. Think.
Their happiness is
Very good. Educational dimension. Dimensions. Correct. As he told, rightly said, for Malala Yousafzai, her happiness lies in education. And in order to get education, she had lot of courage to fight with the patriarchy. And she fought and she got education, and to her countrywomen, hence education became the norm, which is nothing but happiness to her. సో హ్యాపీనెస్ అంటే రియల్ హ్యాపీనెస్ అనేది ఏదైనా కావచ్చు. నా హ్యాపీనెస్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్లో ఉంది, మీ హ్యాపీనెస్ సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్లో ఉంది, మీ హ్యాపీనెస్ సివిల్ సర్వెంట్ కావడంలో ఉంది. మీరు సివిల్ సర్వెంట్ కావాలంటే మీకు సివిల్ సర్వీస్ రావాలి. సివిల్ సర్వీస్ రావాలి అంటే కరేజ్ ఉండాలి. కరేజ్ అంటే ఏంటి? 2-3 సంవత్సరాలు కష్టపడాలి, పెట్టుబడి పెట్టాలి. సో హియర్ ద మెయిన్ థింగ్ ఈస్ హ్యాపీనెస్ మీన్స్ యువర్ హ్యాపీనెస్ మైట్ బీ డిఫరెంట్ ఫ్రమ్ మై హ్యాపీనెస్. హ్యాపీనెస్ మీన్స్ హ్యాపీనెస్ కాదు. Happiness can be contextual. Phogat sisters of Haryana, their happiness is in getting which sports? Wrestling. So they put the courage against the deep-rooted patriarchy in Haryana. Both excelled in wrestling. Hence they acquired happiness, sports, education. Example.
Myanmar or Iron Lady.
Yes. She got Nobel Prize recently. From which country? Nobel Peace Prize. One lady got an opposition leader. Maduro, Venezuela. Her happiness is in bringing democracy. Her happiness is in dissent, criticizing the government, for which she alone fought against the mighty government with lot of courage. Hence, world recognized her and gave her Nobel Peace Prize. International. Ashok Kemka, administrative. His happiness was in staying with utmost probity. He was transferred 54 times, but still he had courage to be with probity. Hence, he achieved ultimate happiness, called as living according to his conviction. In bracket, probity. More.
Sir, Mahatma Gandhi.
Mahatma Gandhi, yes.
Dedicating his life to
Environment.
Environmentalist.
Recently, Tamil Nadu IAS officer got
అంటే see, one IAS officer example done. Essay, no? One example. Environmentalist example. Who is that one lawyer who will be filing all environmental cases? Which Mehta? MC Mehta. Lot of threats came to him. But still he used public interest litigation for protecting the environment. One environmentalist, one IAS officer, one politician, one Yusuf Zah, one Mahatma Gandhi, one Nobel Peace Prize. Different. Repeat కావద్దు మళ్ళీ.
Sir, India creates foreign policy with consider of global south with courage because of it counter any other countries.
Very good, yes.
War.
Like we have BRICS to counter United Nations organization, to counter NATO. It's not a military organization, but still to show South-South cooperation. Who will tell me the framework?
And it's completely abstract, sir. It would look nice if we start with the academic view of psychology. That dimension should come first.
Like,
Just explaining all the academic background of that statement. How lack of freedom leads to no happiness, unhappiness. And then freedom comes from courage, and how lack of courage diminishes the personality, masking the personality.
true. Yes. And one more. Argument against it. Tell me the argument against it. We have arguments against statement also, no? Tell me the argument against it. Terrorist. Naxalism, yes, Naxalism. The Naxalism happiness lies in destroying the state. And the destroying the state results in chaos. Hence, that sort of happiness is anti-productive for the nation building. Terrorist also.
Britishers in colonial.
A child uses mobile phone. A child demands mobile phone for social media. And the child happiness lies in using social media. And if the parents thinks that his happiness lies in using the mobile phone, if the parents buy him a mobile phone, he himself will become a mobile phone. Destructive. Anti-productive. Then final conclusion. What should be the conclusion? Yes, Abhinav, conclusion. Happiness is abstract. Happiness doesn't have an end. Happiness is the process. For any happiness to be reached, there is a need for courage. Without courage, there is no happiness. Hence, courage and happiness both go hand in hand. The concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam as a happiness can achieve only by staying together. In order to make the people to stay together, there is need for courage to bring all together onto one particular platform. Hence, the ultimate happiness of every citizen of the world should be Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. అలాంటి కంక్లూషన్ ఇవ్వచ్చు.
Counter statement, British rule in colonial India.
British rule in colonial India. How?
For their national interest and everything.
It was their happiness, yes. It was their happiness. So happiness, victory, satisfaction, woman. See, it is there in your printout, this one?
Yes, sir.
Woman, not to escape herself. In last minute I added this, that is the reason. That is, the font is different. Not to escape herself, but to find herself. Not to abase herself, but to assert herself. So many examples. Tell me the examples. Indira Gandhi, Nirmala Sitharaman, Jessie Thomas, Missile Woman of India, Agni. More. P.T. Usha, yes, P.T. Usha. Shika Sharma, Axis Bank, next. Chanda Kochar, ICICI Bank, any one example only. From one field, one example. Remember this. From one field, one sector, one example.
She's a philosopher.
Yes, true. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. What is the meaning of this?
There's always class in society.
There is always class in the society, yes. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others.
Caste.
This we will discuss tomorrow, next class, okay? Sorrow and grief. These all topics I will be discussing. Motivation and inspiration. Success. Character is more important than anything. Consistency. If you have an idea, I gave 10 themes. My next class I will give another 10 themes. 10 plus 10, 20, 20 into for every theme, 5 quotations. So 100 quotations. I am 100% sure that from these 100 quotations, 3-4 will be repeated in your 2026 mains. Why? Because I am putting time on it. Another 10 themes and 5 quotations for each. This all we will discuss. By the end of the essay sessions, you will have an idea on these 100 philosophical themes. 2025 question paper. Truth knows no color. This I did video. I will post in your group. Okay. I explain properly, so that more time will not go on to it, so that I can discuss more 2024, 2023 topics. Supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Sun Tzu. Thought finds a world and creates one also. Thought. Best lessons are learned through bitter experience. Muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. The years teach much which the days never know. That is called as experience. It is best to see life as a journey but not as a destination. Contentment is natural wealth. Luxury is artificial poverty. This also I will discuss in the next class, but more another extra 5 I will discuss tomorrow. Okay. Again I am telling you, philosophical essays is all about your mind. Social essay, economical essay, technology oriented essay, international relations essay is about content. You can write something and you can come, but this you should have an idea, you should have a framework, you should already had worked on it. And see, all 8 questions are philosophical only, no? I took it as a challenge. So with the same framework, we will be doing more essays. Thank you. And think on those 5 into 10 topics, 50. Once have a thought process. Don't just go now. Sit and read those quotations now. You will get some idea. Thank you.